One more cast. Oh, uh-oh. This might be the biggest one we've caught. Oh my gosh. That's a giant. Okay, this is the XPS Crankin' 8. You know, great little setup, throw it on like 12-pound test. And this is something we want to fish in roughly 8 foot of water. Crankin' 8 means it runs about 8 foot deep. So we can manipulate that a little bit by how we hold our rod. If I hold my rod tip higher, I can keep it, you know, maybe at 6 or 7 foot of water, or if I were to go to heavier line. But typically, when you read about crankbaits a certain depth, it's usually based around 10 or 12 pound line. So, you know, this is a great setup. This Crankin' 8, we've got a thermocline here at 9 foot. So this thing should go right above that thermocline. And work it right down this edge. On a crankbait, a good steady retrieve's great. A lot of times it just does, you know, it just basically swims, mimicking the bait fish. And you know, with this thing going to 8 foot, I know I'm just working down this same taper of this bank. And then, you know, when it gets to its maximum depth, out here at 8 foot, it's going to go right over the top of that thermocline. So hopefully where that thermocline and the bottom come together, or this shoreline come together, should be a great place to catch one. So, you know, Crankin' 8 means you're fishing in that 6 to 8 foot range, and you're trying to keep the bait touching the bottom in that depth of water. Oh, there we go. Not a very big one, but bad one. When I'm fishing a crankbait, I kind of like to know the depth of the shoreline that I'm fishing. Obviously, if the shoreline is steeper and deeper, you need to use a deeper diving bait. One of the big keys with fishing a crankbait is keeping it in contact with the bottom or the vegetation, whatever you're fishing. So, and the other big thing is keeping the boat at a 45-degree angle from the bank. You want this bait to just kind of slowly, you know, as the bank tapers down, you want that bait diving and digging and just kind of touching the bottom to get the best results. If it's too deep of a diver, then it's just digging in the bottom, and then you don't get the best results. You want one that's just ticking the bottom, and then I can use my rod. I can use my rod tip high to keep the bait high in the water, or I can lower my rod tip to get the bait to go a few feet deeper. Like that. See, we just got up here parallel to this bank. Let that crankbait just work down along the side of it. And he ate it. So there you have it. You know, I mean, it's a great way to cover water, find fish. You know, you're able to fish fast, and you know, fishing a crankbait is one of the best ways, I think, to consistently catch fish around the country. And another thing about it is it catches fish in the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter. There we go. That's a better one. Yeah, you can see how my rod's bending here. It's really important to have a good parabolic bend, because as you can see, they like to jump a lot. And if you have a real stiff rod with a crankbait, it'll pull out of their mouths. But as you can see, we got him hooked good. Actually, that back treble hook got him with both. Wasn't gonna come off. One more cast. Oh, uh-oh. This might be the biggest one we've caught. Oh my gosh. That's a giant. Oh my gosh, here he comes. Oh. So as you can see, this rod takes a lot of the bend or the fight of this fish. If I had a real stiff rod, a lot of times those hooks will pull right out of the fish's mouth. But you know, big thing is I've got it on light line. Make sure your drag's set good. Gonna jump again. Don't do it, no! Oh my goodness. You just gotta take your time with them, because the treble hooks, a lot of times they don't, they're not like deep hooks of a flipping hook, deep down in the meat of their mouth. A lot of times it's just those treble hooks get the skin of them, and you just got to take your time. See, like that one's only got the back hook, so I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. But if you just trust your equipment and take your time. Wow, that's a big one. Ooh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, girl. Yes, look at that monster. Holy cow. Ooh. Wow. Look at that giant. There you go. If you want to catch big bass, throw yourself a crankbait. Holy cow, that bait one. Wow.